Welcome to April 20th, 2026. The Singularity now has bureaucratic momentum. Anthropic's Mythos preview is being run by the NSA and DOW, even after the Department of War flagged Anthropic as a supply chain risk, a contradiction revealing that frontier models are too useful to refuse. The cascade runs downstream. Mythos is flooding open-source maintainers with a crazy volume of bug reports, conscripting volunteers into a global red team. Meanwhile, 8 European national cyber agencies have been locked out, while the UK's AI Security Institute quietly tested Mythos and taken action on its findings, redrawing the map of sovereign AI access. AGI has been demoted from prophecy to product roadmap. Elon announced Grok 4.4 at 1 trillion parameters for early May, Grok 4.5 at 1.5 trillion for late May, and Grok 5 as full AGI. Superintelligence is being packaged for mass creativity. Anthropic launched Claude Design, an Anthropic Labs product powered by Opus 4.7 for collaborating on visual work, prototypes, and slides. The effect is rippling through distribution. Worldwide app releases jumped 60% year over year in Q1 2026 across both the App Store and Google Play, quietly confounding the thesis that chatbots would kill apps. Silicon is returning with a vengeance. Intel shares have officially erased every dollar lost in the 2000 dot-com crash, 26 years of patience finally rewarded by the AI build-out. Google is in talks with Marvell to co-develop 2 inference chips, one a memory processing unit for its TPUs, the other a purpose-built TPU for serving models. The scarcity is structural. Global DRAM supply is expected to meet only 60% of demand through 2027, pushing memory to roughly 40% of the manufacturing cost of a low-end smartphone by mid-2026, up from 20% today. Robots have broken out of the lab and onto the track. ProRL hosted America's first professional humanoid and quadruped robot races in Boston, a sport that did not exist a year ago. In Beijing's second annual Robot Half Marathon, dozens of Chinese humanoids whizzed past human runners while demonstrating rapidly improving autonomous navigation. The wheeled variants are expanding too. Tesla Robotaxi is rolling into Dallas and Houston, and its combustion-era competition is retreating fast. The Iran war's gas price spike pushed used EV sales up 12% year over year and 17% versus Q4 2025, turning electrification into a wartime hedge. The cislunar economy is filling in. Blue Origin's New Glenn flew its 3rd mission and reused a booster for the first time. Following Artemis 2's return, SpaceX and Blue Origin are racing to ready lunar landers for Artemis 3, which will rehearse Orion to lander docking in Earth orbit ahead of Artemis 4's 2028 South Polar landing. NASA also picked SpaceX's Falcon Heavy to launch ESA's Rosalind Franklin rover in 2028, the first rover designed to drill for past or present life beneath the Martian surface. Biology is being solved. Personalized mRNA vaccines for pancreatic cancer are showing durable results, with trial responders still alive 6 years later against the grim 13% 5-year survival baseline. Meanwhile, the iris is becoming humanity's proof of personhood. Tinder users who have stared into a glossy white orb and had their irises scanned can now display a badge signaling they are real humans, a quiet admission that the dating pool itself has gone adversarial. Culture is reassembling around synthetic creators. The #1 song on iTunes was Celebrate Me by Inga Rose, a Suno-generated AI R&B performer. A trailer also dropped for As Deep as the Grave, the first film to star an authorized generative AI version of a major Hollywood actor, the late Val Kilmer, with UK firm Sonantic rebuilding his voice and daughter Mercedes collaborating on the visual deepfake. Humans are rerouting around the new gravity well. 4-year computer science degrees quintupled from 2008 to 2024, but suddenly fell from the 4th largest major to 6th in 2025, the biggest 1-year drop of any major since 2020, as colleges splintered CS into AI, data science, robotics, and cybersecurity. The top of the pyramid is shuffling too. Bill Peebles, Kevin Weil, and Srinivas Narayanan all announced departures from OpenAI. Meanwhile, a small counter-movement is forming in the exhaust. Adherents of the Attention Liberation movement gathered in a Brooklyn brownstone to drop phones into a metal colander for 2 hours of reading, while nearby office workers stared at their bare palms to practice noticing real life. Disclosure itself is entering the release pipeline. POTUS announced he has directed the Secretary of War to begin releasing government UAP files, promising many very interesting documents imminently. Representative Ogles added that he has seen evidence so classified that just knowing it exists makes you a target. The singularity is what happens when every classified frontier becomes a shipped feature.